in the hell is going on down here? Ike, what are you doing? What are you...
What?
You want to explain yourself?
It's just... I gotta go to work.
See ya. See ya.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Look what we got. We got a race car, a 63 Nova. We have a little message announcement. We're changing up the channel, the direction of the channel. Beforehand, we were doing like a car review on any car that we can get our hands on, the Explorer, my car, the TRX, and then we're doing like little things here and there, but we didn't really have anything to consistently work on or consistently do that would allow us to consistently upload. And a while ago we were talking about what do we want to do with the channel, what path do we want to go, and we kept circling back to drag racing and racing. We watch, Cletus and all these other people that are racing, and that's just where our heart lays and our passion lays. Watching Cletus and watching all these other YouTube channels, all these other people racing, get a little jealous because that's what we want to do. That's where our heart lays. That's where our passion is. It's something that I've wanted to do for, I don't know, since I was out the womb. It's just been ingrained into me. So we decided that we want to start getting into drag racing, and that's kind of where we want to pivot the channel towards. At first, we wanted to buy a 63 Galaxy. So this is a 63 Nova, but we wanted to get a 63 Galaxy. If you guys know anything about the Galaxies, it's my favorite car. I'm just gonna say now I'm the king of Galaxies. I don't own one yet, but I will soon. I'll have one of every year. So I'm the king. Don't let anybody else tell you they are. But if you know anything about them, they had the lightweight version of the Galaxies, meant for drag racing and racing, where they had fiberglass front end, rear end. They shaved weight. They did everything they could, and those were really, really cool. They look beautiful. So we wanted to build kind of a replica version of one and go and race that. But with our budget and just how everything worked out, it made more sense to get something that was sort of pre-done. I don't want to say it's pre-built, but it does have a cage in it. And the money that we spent on this car and all these parts, all of this stuff that you see here came with the car. The same price that we spent for the car and all this stuff would have been just enough for like a shell of a nice Galaxy that's not rusted out, with no motor, with no interior, none of these performance parts. We got 3 motors. We got 3 motors for a crazy price, a crazy deal, and we got a trailer. So it just made more sense. And there's a reason we went with the 63 Nova over any other car, like a Comet or a whatever. So I think you might explain it a little bit better.
Which brings us to the history of the car and why we chose the 63 Nova. You may have seen these in the background a few times. You can see it on the toolbox, or one extra one. My dad started drag racing in a 63 Nova, his grandpa. And he used to race at Froggy Bottom Raceway out in Buckeye, Arizona. And his passion for cars led him to open a shop. The 63 Nova was not his only car. He had a rail, he had all kind of stuff. Actually, the rail had a 426 Hemi, which was, if you think about that, in the 60s and 70s, it was probably like a common occurrence now, like trying to find a 426, you gotta refinance your house, But a 63 Chevy II, it fits. It gives us the history of how my dad started, how we're starting our journey on drag racing. He started with the 327. We've got something close, not quite a 327, but we'll show you that in a little bit when we get after it. And some of the funny stories that came with that was my uncle, who was there the entire time. He was a little guy when my dad was racing. We'd be like, man, that old boy would swap ends on you. He'd just swap ends on you. As a 327 tunnel rim, he's like, you can't trust that car, man. You couldn't trust it. Scared the death out of him as a little guy. My dad talked about that Nova on occasion, and he said, yeah, that thing was scary. The suspension was just not dialed in. It was so light, and at that time, he thought he was making about 13.5 compression on that 327. He goes, man, that sucker would just get away from you fast. So, especially you doing street racing like they were doing then down at Froggy Bottom. If you know, you know. So it was a little bit of a challenge for him, and we want to recreate that challenge for ourselves safely and as close as we can to being period correct for his time, and then we'll see where we go from there. Maybe we go a little different direction. We'll see as time unfolds, but that's the history of this, why we chose this car and why we chose this project in general. I'm a 63 Galaxy guy too, lightweight. Oh Lord, one day, please bless me with the 63 Galaxy. And maybe we'll get there. But for now, this just makes the most sense. So Ed's Automotive, before he became Big Ed and driving a tow truck, he was known as Fast Ed. So this may be Fast Ed.
All right, so let's do a little walk around of the 63 Nova. Just look at it. I don't even have to say anything. It's a beautiful car. Now it doesn't have headlights or the trim in it yet. We have all that stuff over there. We literally have 95% of everything that we need to get this car onto the road. So, cowl hood, fiberglass of course. Under it we have a stock hood, fiberglass as well. I don't know why anyone would run that over this. This is just looking better. Take a look at the wheels. We have authentic Weld racing wheels, which I'm surprised. You'll see why. Come around this way. No windshield, of course. This is for the AC because it doesn't have any. The tack, that's got to go. The windshield, it's not going to clear that. Or that's not going to clear the windshield. This has a roll cage, or a roll bar, I guess you can say. If you take a look in here, it's an 8-point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Came with the car. That's another reason we wanted this car, like this specific one, over any other Novas or race cars that we saw, or Galaxies, because it has a cage, interior strip. They did most of the body work. There is still some parts that I will show you that we have to work on, but that's fine, experience. I think my favorite part are these switches right here. I don't know why. It's like you're in a jet. The rear wheels, just some radials. When we go around back, I'll show you what we got for the rear. It's pretty dope. I think you guys will like it. Right here, this is where we think the car came from. So there's this State Parkway Police from 73 to 74 sticker. The people that we bought it from, they were saying something about this car in New York. We don't have the backstory on this car. It's kind of unknown, which that's fine. We'll come up with our own story.
How did it start life?
It started as a 6-banger.
That's crazy.
6-banger. I don't remember where it was built. I did a VIN decode. We'll put somewhere up here
Yeah.
all the information of the car, but it was a 6-banger. And then I wouldn't even say, maybe in the 70s when they put that sticker there. In the 80s they went to race. Who knows? The backstory on this car may never be known unless someone knows this car and recognizes this car. Let us know. I don't think anyone will, but if you do, let us know. The bodywork that I was talking about, there is some rust here, which is fine. You know, this is a 60-year-old car. It's bound to happen. Back here also, if you look under, we have these Bilstein shocks right in there, right there. It is a leaf spring car. We are gonna change that at 410 gears with the spool, so we can't really drive it on the street yet. We'll get into that later. We have a lot of plans for this car, but even if you look in this corner over here, rust. It's an East Coast car. This is probably the best that we would get, honestly, for the price. So I'm not complaining. These right here for the Wang. We have a Wang. It's in here. We'll open that later. But you also look. We have a little, 1-2 gallon fuel cell, maybe a little too small for our street driving that we want to do. But we also have. It's also one of my favorite things, the kill switch, battery switch. I think it's kind of cool that they put it in the tail light. Just little things like that I like. Same thing over here. Rust all under this. If you look behind it too, it's just straight rust. So we'll just chop that off.
Dude, this thing's got a burnout porthole. So,
That's all the rubber and the smoke flow better with the aerodynamics.
my goodness.
Other than that, it's a pretty clean and straight car. Some of the welds are questionable, I won't lie. You will probably pick up on that as we work on this car and you get some random shots and views. You guys are gonna like, ooh, those welds are not the best. I didn't do any welding, so you can't blame it on me.
And Ike's been through welding school.
Yeah, so you can't blame none of that on me. But take a look on the inside. Stripped, completely stripped, and that's how we want it.
Okay, listen, this car is not built for a guy like me. So I'm gonna need a passenger princess seat and a passenger princess swing out bar. So just keep that in mind with your welding here in the future.
Whip your leg around.
Listen, I used to be Bo Luke Duke. I ain't anymore.
Yeah, we'll get there. But the interior, it's stripped, which is exactly how we're not gonna be putting a freaking carpet in here and beautiful little cushion seats and any of that.
I think they mentioned something about the floorboards and trunk pan, maybe
I
when
think they did them.
like they did them.
I think
yeah,
they did.
they actually replaced those.
Look at the wells.
Let me see. Yeah, I doubt that's
Yes.
factory, but at least it's done.
Yeah, I'm happy that it's
Yeah,
done.
not complaining at all.
I don't want to do it, but if we
Yeah.
had to, we would. But that's why I'm happy that we went with this one because I'm not in fear of messing something up in this car.
Yeah.
Because there's no motor in it. There's no trans. The interior's, I don't want to say shot, but it's empty.
Mhm.
You know, all these little bodywork things. So it's a good practice car. Too.
Yeah, for sure.
Eventually, this thing will be the cleanest Nova you'll ever see in your life. with the
Love the confidence.
with a Ford color, but
Yeah.
we'll get to that later.
Yeah,
You know, as God intended.
yeah.
But that's the car.
Is the trunk open or can we
We got pins. We
pins?
can crank these open. Or we don't have pins. We have bread ties. Yeah.
Nothing's too good for us.
No. And this is also fiberglass, so you can just lift it right off. We got-
Oh, there's the wing.
So there's the wing.
Oh, it's metal.
Metal.
Yeah,
See, I haven't even handled the wing.
All right. 2 battery boxes?
2 battery boxes. They both got the tie downs. I don't know why 2.
don't feel so. I bet there's a drag racing trick as to why that is.
If someone can tell us why you
Yeah.
put 2 battery boxes in, let us know.
Down in the comments, please.
And you can look in there and see the mini tubs that they started to work on.
For what?
See, let's get to that. One of my,
Oh, dude, you gotta put a system in this thing.
I
Like,
was looking at
Some
that.
big old,
I was like, we can put 2 tubs in the trunk. This thing will bump.
I mean, it's worth the 1/10 of a second that it's gonna cost you on the track.
No, because the vibrations will push you forward.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
So come this way. Let's show you why they were doing that. Look at these suckers. Again, authentic wheel wheels. Big old wide tire on there.
Dang, where's the size on this?
These right here below. So a 28
By
by
10.
10. So it's a
Man.
10-inch wide tire.
Beautiful.
It will be perfect for where we are starting. The guy that we bought it from, an older guy, seems like he's been drag racing probably all his
Hell of a
life.
nice guy too.
That,
Great family.
people that
They were
met
amazing.
there were the best people that we could have bought this car
Absolutely
from.
amazing
They're
people.
like now our drag racing mentors.
Yes,
honestly.
they actually are.
They answer any question
Yeah.
that we have, and they know people everywhere to help us.
And he, Joe Duster,
Joe Duster.
is his, and his car was called Thunderstruck. So
Thunderstruck. He's got a 72 Duster with a 13-to-1.
that thing was sick.
513, I think it was.
Yeah, so,
That
like
car was disgusting.
9,000 horsepower. It seemed like when he fired it off.
Tires were about
Yeah.
2 of those.
Yeah, definitely what I guess people would call a big tire car.
Yeah,
now.
it was a big tire car. But that was an 8th mile car. That's what I was getting into. I think they were building this for an 8th mile car. Because when we were looking at it to buy it, and he was pointing out all of our motors that we have, the one that we're going to use, he said we could run somewhere like a high 7-second, low 8-second 8th mile at like 90 miles an hour. Which 8th mile is cool and all, but look, I'm an American, I'm a man, so I want to run quarter mile. There's nothing wrong with eighth mile, but I just think quarter mile is cooler. You go faster, and that's literally the reason I want to get into this, is to drive fast. Like, that's literally the reason, and because I love the cars and all the sounds and smells. But look, we've got a whole bunch of trim. So this is the grill. You guys, you can see Nova little. I think this was actually kind of cool. The glove box.
That's cool.
Chevy II Nova. So this is
so
actually
cool.
a Nova. You guys can't say nothing. Stock steering wheel. 9 million pieces of trim, gas line, gaskets. We'll go through that sometime. We literally haven't gone through any of this. We just threw it all in here.
You got a Vortex block, you said, or
So
something?
we have I believe that's the Vortex. So these are all 350s. We have 3 350s. When we got them, we were under the impression that the motor that we were going to use was a 327. We don't think he said that. I don't know. My memory's not, I don't really remember too much from that day. I think I was too excited and the adrenaline. But that's a 350, that's a 350, and that's a 350. This, I believe, is the Vortex block, I think. And then these two are the 60 to 79, or 70 to 79. One of those years. We'll show you the casting number later, and you guys can do your research. This one over here. Let's take a look. Pretty clean. I mean, it's not bad. He said, oh, what did he say? Oversized heads.
We'll have to check the
Heads,
castings.
valves.
Yep.
It's a flat tappet.
Double roller timing chain.
Yeah, flat tappet. We'll get into that later. Like an actual specific video tailored to motor and all our motors and what we're doing. This is more of just an overview of everything. But this orange is going to go. It's going to be Ford blue. Like I said, as God intended, Ford rules. So this will be Ford blue, which actually does add 100 horsepower. We did the math on that a little while ago.
That's true.
I'm always right, so you guys are.
Got some extra axles.
Yeah, so we got extra set of axles, patch panels, core support, distributor, a whole host of parts in there. That came out of, we took that out of the car yesterday. We've had the car for almost a week. A whole bunch of parts right here. We have a carb in here, shocks, converter, turbo 350. So the turbo 350 has a trans brake from what we were told. It has a trans brake in it. And with the cam that we have in here, that we think we have, again, we're gonna look into all of that. We need a 3400 stall?
3400 stall minimum, yeah.
We don't know if that's a 2800 or a 3000. We're gonna see. We're just gonna throw it in there and hope to God that it works. But, got a little shifter.
Little quarter stick.
Yeah, little stick. Look at that little trans brake button. We got our headers. We were confused by these because look at them. They look like they'd be on a boat. But then we did more research and we realized this is more of the gasser style. They're gonna come way up over, kind of near out by the fender. It'll look cool. I'm not sure if we're actually gonna run those and keep them, but we're gonna run with what we have, and then later on in the future, see what suits us best. More leaf springs, whole bunch of trim, just a whole host of random parts for this car. That's another reason, I think I said that already, that's why we went with this car. We were on Facebook Marketplace, scrolling all right, it's time to buy a Galaxy. We see one Galaxy, we message them, Facebook pops up with a notification that says you are not gonna get an answer from this person.
That was new to us.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. Oh, great. And we see all these other Galaxies that are double our budget for this. For something like this, it's double what we bought.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one came up. And we're a Nova. And then we scroll through and we see all the parts that it comes with.
And a trailer.
And a trailer. For the price that we got all this stuff, honestly, I think we got the deal of the century, deal of a lifetime. No one's gonna get something like that.
And it's our labor. We're not counting
it's
labor cost in building it, and
it's free labor.
Yeah.
We're our own laborists. But that's the 63 Nova. I'm happy that we went with this. As much as I love Galaxies, and as much as I really, 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 really really want a Galaxy, maybe for Christmas you guys will give us a Galaxy if you love us. If you love us, if you don't, you don't love us, but that's whatever. It just makes the most sense. I like how small it is too. It's such like a tiny little car. This thing probably weighs nothing. It just might swap ends on us. You never know. You might drop the hammer and then it just swaps in. But you know, we'll see. Over the next years, we're gonna be building this car, more other cars too. We're not just gonna have one car. You know, everyone's gonna have a drag car. So me, you know. But for now, we're gonna start getting into the motor work. That's gonna be the next video. We're going to tear down that 350 and see what we actually have. Because we literally have no idea what's in there. I don't even think they knew what was in there.
Just maybe they knew the cam.
I think
Because it looks like they got the roller or the timing chain on there, but
so they did the cam. Everything else is foreign. So the goal with this car is, of course, race, go really fast. But our main goal is to use every single part that you see here, or that we can use to get this car running and on the track before having to take any money out of our pocket and buy other parts. So we want to use, we have, like I said, like 95% of the stuff that we need. Of course, we need some things like a drive shaft and little tiny things to get it going, but we're literally, all these parts that you see here are going to be cleared out and shoved onto the car, which, like I keep saying, is probably the #1 reason that we bought this car. For the price that we got this, I'm telling you guys, you would hop on this deal too. Even if you were negative $1 million in your bank, you'd find a way to get the money and buy this car with all these parts. It's a once in a lifetime deal. But next video, like I said, is going to be the teardown of the 350. We're gonna take it apart, see what's going on, see if there actually is a big cam in it, see if we're being lied to. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. See if it's good, ready to run. And if it is, we're gonna mate it up to the turbo 350. We're gonna throw it in here and we're gonna start it. And we're not gonna drive it, we don't drive shaft or anything, but we're just gonna start it up and see if it runs. Well, until next time, stay vigilant for that video with the 350. We appreciate you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you like the video, share anything. If you guys wanna see anything, drop a comment. Tell us, what do you wanna see from this car? If you guys have any advice, please give us as much advice as possible. Even if you think it doesn't matter, it matters to us. Please do that. But thank you guys for watching. Stay driven.